I'm going to use my paint, showing you some very simple techniques. I'm using here the smallest of my brushes. I could be using the bigger one. I just picked up one. It doesn't really matter, whatever you feel comfortable with. First of all, I'm going to show how just to do it using a smooth brush stroke, a smooth-ish brush stroke. So I'm painting, if you noticed, every which way. I'll just slow that up. I do these sort of techniques like that. I prefer, because I'm going for a sort of a distressed look, I prefer to paint over these things. Also, it's a lot quicker. And the other thing I can do is to take it and sort of stipple with it, dabbing it fairly hard and quite dry. So can you see that bit there where the paint is thicker and it's more three-dimensional? You'll now need to wait approximately 20 minutes for the paint to dry, depending on the temperature and the thickness. So now the next step is to show you how to do the wax. And of course the wax has been the thing that people have been the most intrigued by. So here's my brush covered in wax, and I've got a cloth here as well. I'm painting over with the wax, and you can see the lack of paint has brought that up because I only did a thin coat. This is not laying a layer of wax on the paint, but it's a bit like someone came up with the idea when you put hand cream on. You put hand cream on so it absorbs right in. You don't put hand cream on and leave a layer so you walk around with really greasy hands. When I've waxed enough, I will then go in wiping it. Because it's metal underneath, just a little bit, without really much work, is coming through, and you can see a little bit of the metal, and it's looking quite, I think it looks quite nice. So this is my dark wax. I know it looks really dark. And what I'm doing now is something you probably will be very scared of. But as long as you've got clear wax underneath, that is not a problem. Now I'm going to just wipe that off. Quite lightly take it off. That's where I did the stipples. And what I tend to do is I work sort of painting it really. I'm going to take a little bit of clear wax, just very lightly go over the top, leaving the top lighter and the darkness really in the crackly bits. This is a sandpaper which is quite fine. You can get finer, but just showing a little bit of the wood maybe. Bring out that nice bit of gold on there. And I might just do a little bit more clear wax onto there.